Most people believe a Toyota will easily last 200,000 miles without much effort. That sounds great, but it's not the full story. The truth is, your car will only last that long if you avoid a few key mistakes, especially in the first few years of owning it. Ignore these early on, and your engine could start failing before you even hit 100,000 miles. In this guide, I'm going to walk you through 7 common mistakes that quietly destroy Toyota engines. More importantly, I'll show you a smarter way to take care of your car so it stays strong for years. If you follow this, not only will your car last longer, but it could even hold better resale value decades later. Let's start with the biggest mistake most drivers make. 1. The oil change myth that ruins engines. A lot of people believe they can wait 10,000 miles before changing their oil. You'll hear this advice everywhere, and it sounds convenient. But in real life, this is one of the fastest ways to damage your engine. When oil stays in too long, it gets dirty and thick. It stops protecting the engine the way it should. Over time, this leads to buildup inside the engine, poor performance, and serious damage. Parts that depend on clean oil start to clog and fail. Even those premium oils that claim longer life are not a guarantee. If something goes wrong, the oil company won't fix your engine. You'll be the one paying for repairs. A safer routine is simple. Change your oil every 5,000 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. Even if you don't drive much, oil still collects moisture and breaks down over time. Skipping oil changes might feel like saving money, but it often leads to expensive repairs later. Staying consistent with this one habit can easily add years to your engine's life. Never open the radiator cap when the engine is hot. The system is under pressure, and the liquid inside is extremely hot. Opening it too soon can cause serious injury. Instead, check the coolant level in the plastic reservoir. It has clear markings showing the safe range. Instead, check the coolant level in the plastic reservoir. It has clear markings showing the safe range. If the level sits between those lines, everything is fine. If it's low, add the correct coolant, not just anything you have nearby. Toyota vehicles typically use specific types, and mixing them can create problems inside the system. It can lead to corrosion and reduce cooling performance. Another mistake people make is adding water. While it may seem harmless, it weakens the coolant's ability to protect the engine. Over time, this can lead to overheating and serious engine damage. If you notice the coolant level dropping often, don't ignore it. That usually means there's a leak somewhere. Fix the issue first, then refill properly. Keeping the cooling system healthy is one of the easiest ways to avoid major engine trouble. 3. Thinking transmission fluid never needs changing. Some drivers believe transmission fluid lasts forever, because that's what they've heard. But in reality, that's not how things work. Over time, transmission fluid breaks down. It collects debris and loses its ability to protect moving parts. As this happens, your transmission starts to wear from the inside. At first, you might notice rough shifting or delays. If ignored, it can lead to complete failure, which is one of the most expensive repairs a car can have. A better approach is to replace the fluid regularly. A good rule is every 60,000 miles. This keeps everything clean and running smoothly. If your car allows it, check the fluid level and color. Clean fluid looks bright and clear. Dark or burnt-smelling fluid is a warning sign. Also, always use the correct type. Different transmissions require different fluids is a warning sign. Also, always use the correct type. Different transmissions require different fluids, and using the wrong one can cause damage. Taking care of your transmission early prevents huge repair bills later. 4. Forgetting brake fluid until it's too late. Brake fluid doesn't get much attention, but it's critical for safety. Over time, it absorbs moisture from the air. As that happens, it becomes less effective. When brake fluid is contaminated, it can boil under pressure. This leads to a soft brake pedal and longer stopping distances. In worst cases, braking power can drop when you need it most. Dirty fluid can also damage important components in your braking system. In worst cases, braking power can drop when you need it most. Dirty fluid can also damage important components in your braking system. Repairs for those parts can get expensive very quickly. To avoid this, brake fluid should be flushed every 2 to 3 years. This removes the old fluid and replaces it with fresh, clean fluid that works properly. It's a simple maintenance step, but it makes a big difference in how your car stops and how safe it feels on the road. 5. Ignoring power steering warning signs. Not every Toyota uses power steering fluid anymore. But if yours does, it needs attention. If the fluid level drops, most people just top it off and move on. But that usually means there's a leak somewhere. And leaks only get worse over time. One clear sign of trouble is a whining noise when turning the wheel. That usually means there's a leak somewhere. And leaks only get worse over time. One clear sign of trouble is a whining noise when turning the wheel. That sound means the system is struggling. If ignored, it can lead to failure of the power steering pump. Fixing that isn't cheap, so it's better to catch the issue early. Check the fluid level, use the correct type, and keep an eye on any changes. Taking a few minutes to inspect it can save you from a much bigger problem later. 6. Waiting too long to replace air filters. Air filters are simple but very important. There are two types you need to pay attention to. The engine air filter keeps dirt and debris out of your engine. When it gets clogged, airflow drops, and the engine has to work harder. This reduces performance and fuel efficiency. Many drivers wait until the filter looks completely dirty before replacing it. But by that point, it's already affecting how the engine runs. Checking it regularly is easy. If it looks dusty or worn, it's time for a new one. Replacing it on time keeps your engine running smoothly. The second it regularly is easy. If it looks dusty or worn, it's time for a new one. Replacing it on time keeps your engine running smoothly. The second one is the cabin air filter. This one affects the air you breathe inside the car. When it gets dirty, airflow weakens, and you might notice bad smells. Changing it once a year keeps the air clean and the system working properly. It's a small step that makes a big difference in comfort. 7. Neglecting the battery until it fails. Your car's battery is something you don't think about until it stops working. But by then, it's already too late. A weak battery can cause slow starts or prevent the car from starting at all. Since modern cars rely heavily on electronics, the battery plays a bigger role than ever. Testing it regularly helps you avoid surprises. If the voltage drops too low, it's a sign the battery is wearing out. Another common issue is buildup on the battery terminals. That residue can drain power and reduce performance. Cleaning it off helps maintain a strong connection. Batteries can last several years, but only if they're cared for. Ignoring them often leads to early replacement and unexpected breakdowns. Outro. Small habits, big results. Taking care of your Toyota doesn't require anything complicated. It's all about staying consistent and paying attention to the basics. Simple habits like changing fluids on time, checking filters, and fixing small issues early can make a huge difference. These small steps add up and keep your car running smoothly for years. Ignore them, and even the most reliable car can start to fail much sooner than expected. But if you stay on top of these things, your Toyota can easily reward you with long life, fewer repairs, and better value down the road. Take care of your car now, and it will take care of you for a very long time.